All right, time to unset. How you doing today? How you feeling? That's enough small talk. Let's get after it. Hola amigos, hello and welcome to episode 8 of The Mind Unset. We are over halfway through season 1 and I can't believe it. Today I got a very special guest live and in person. Pepe Cheires is a photographer and filmmaker who just won the 2022 Photography World Cup in Rome, Italy. Pepe's photo was selected as one of the best in the world. It's spectacular and you can find it in the show notes at themindunset.com. He sat down with me to talk about that once-in-a-lifetime shot. Now, Pepe and I were both a little outside of our comfort zones on this one. He was speaking English, and I was doing my best to accommodate him with some questions in my subpar Spanish. But hey, this is what The Mind Unset's all about, putting it out there. All right, enough of me. Enjoy my conversation with Pepe Cheires. Hola, amigo. Gracias por tu tiempo. Thanks for being here, Pepe. It's good to see you, man.
Thank you so much, Chris, for the opportunity to be here with you in this nice project that you have and you are beginning in this beautiful place in Loreto, and I'm very happy for you. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I hope we enjoy this talk about the photography.
Oh man, that's awesome. Thanks. How's your coffee? Is it good?
It's good.
Excellent.
It's really good.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for
and
being
Jaime
here.
say thank you too.
Yes, thanks. So shout out to Jaime. Who's Pepe's here. What you can't see in radio world is he's agreed. Pepe is a photographer and a filmmaker, and we're going to get into all that. But he's brought his entire camera rig with him to shoot this, so it's a pretty cool morning. We've got some great stuff going on, and Jaime is his right hand man, so he's here helping with the tech end of it. So just to get started, tell everyone what you do. What's your background? You're an award-winning photographer, but what do you do?
Well, it's a long story. Always when I was a teenager, I never crossed for my mind the photography like I'm a profession. It was just like just a hobby. It was just a passion. And when I was a teenager, I was studying just for fixed computers and for I was working in the government, so in that time I was needing to study something about that, and I was studying in other, relations, public relations, something like that, Mm-hmm. So basically, when I came to Los Cabos here in Mexico, it's just for funny, I was trying to do something different, and I was the management of this mall, mm-hmm. commercial mall, mm-hmm. in the most important commercial mall in Cabo San Lucas. Sometimes happen when you have a lot of work and you are with a lot of stress and everything. So always you try to find an escape, And,
sure,
and
yeah.
One day I just decided to buy a drone.
Oh, a drone, really?
Drone, yeah.
So it started with the drone.
Yes.
Wow.
That's the different part or the different thing that I have with different photographers, because always when you are trying to be a photographer, always you started with a with a camera.
Yeah, you start
camera
with a DSLR or a film camera back in
exactly.
the day.
So in my case, it was a drone.
So you started at the back end. Most
Yes.
people start with the DSLR or 35 millimeter, and then they progress up to video,
to full frame, and everything.
So, mm-hmm. Man, that's really interesting.
Yeah, and all the photographers here in Mexico, they told me, "Hey man, how you made it? You started with a drone, not with a camera."
Yeah.
So
that's amazing.
How was that? So it was amazing because when I bought this drone, I was trying to, I would like to do something different, and I was trying to go in different places here in Cabo and mm-hmm. here in Baja Sur. And when you are trying to do something, always you are trying to do something with somebody. You try to share the passion.
Yeah.
So in that time when I was in Los Cabos, I was just alone. A friend of mine, he was, he has. It was very funny because he had a girlfriend, mm-hmm. and when they finished the relation, mm-hmm. This guy was very depressed, and he was very sick. And just one day I came to the office, and where is this guy? For 3 days
He didn't show up.
Yeah. So I decided to go to the house, the mom's house of this friend of mine. And when I saw him just laying in the bed, very sick and
sad and depressed.
Very sad and depressed. And I told him, hey, what's going on, man? And he told me, the truth is this, and he told me about the girl and
the
everything.
breakup, the relationship,
And I was thinking, I have a drone. He had all the time, and I told him, I have the best solution for you. Came with me, and let's go to make a trip here in Baja Sur with the drone, and let's go to take photos, and let's go to take video, and let's go to make something different. Come with me. And just let's go, and that is how it started in the photo. Because when I was
save a buddy from his breakup, there aren't many better places.
It's a beautiful place, and this guy was very happy. Next day, I saw in the my schedule in board, and I saw the calendar with this guy with all the next place that we need to go. I mean, he was very happy. He was very...
He got hooked on
excited.
It.
Yeah, he don't need a doctor no more.
So how do you reverse engineer that back to? Because what you just did is you just won the World Cup of Photography competition in Rome. And when was that you started messing with the drone? What year was that? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was in 2015.
Okay, so 7 years ago.
7 years
ago. 7 years
exactly.
ago, you go from quote unquote messing around with the drone to just because as a hobbyist to within the 7 years you've just won the world. Mexico has just won the World Cup of Photography. I mean, that to me, and anyone listening, if you haven't yet, you go to Pepe's Instagram page at Cheires, Cheires. If you're listening to this, you should check out his pictures on that page. But I'll try this question in Spanish just because, Cuéntame sobre la competición de la Copa Mundial de Fotografía. Can you tell me about the World Cup photography competition?
The deal with Chris was, okay, you maybe all your question in English, but
I have to try Spanish.
Yeah, he needs to try the Spanish too.
That's the beautiful thing is we're both outside our comfort zone. You are outside your
But you need to know something.
Yes.
This is my first...
Your biggest fear?
Podcast in
Serious?
English.
Seriously?
Yes. So I enjoy it.
Well, my biggest fear is to try to do this in Spanish. So this is a beautiful thing because that's what the Mind Unset is about. Like we're both outside our comfort zones. We're both in this huge fearful moment, but we're gonna get through it.
Okay.
Because it's awesome and you're doing great. You're doing great. So you're doing way better than I am with my Spanish. So
okay, you can make the questions in Spanish and I can respond in English. Okay, and
cool.
that's a good practice for you and for me. Okay,
Okay, cool.
Okay, try it. Just try.
Cuéntame sobre la competencia de la Copa Mundial de Fotografía.
Okay, well, the World Cup it was nice. Yeah, the World Cup it was a great experience. It was the first time in my life that I have a cup in my hands, and it's very exciting. I mean, when I was here in Loreto and all the team that they was in different places here in Mexico, the World Cup is traveling to Mexico, and we need to we need to make a nice welcome to the World Cup.
So they came here.
Yeah, they came here and from Rome, and it was a nice experience because I never had in my hands a World Cup, And when I take
can't imagine. It's a beautiful trophy.
Oh, it's amazing. It was amazing. I was very falling in love with this cup, beautiful cup, and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm in the world,
the best in the world.
The best in the world. I mean, I didn't know that when I was here, but when I came to Mexico City, I was just like, oh my God, this is true. I'm the world champion.
Did you have to submit photos? Like, how does it happen to win? Did they do you submit your photos, and then the winner of, those photos goes on to win this photo, and the winner of that goes on? Is it that kind of a competition where every country submits photos, and then they just go down through a jury and they get judged?
Yeah, basically in the World Cup you need to participate with a team.
Okay.
You know, because all the countries. In this case, this year it was 35 countries. So basically, the process is just Mexico City. We have a commit here in Mexico City. So when you send your photos to the commit here in Mexico, they, with a jury, they select all the photos, and at the end they decide how many photographers and how many photos. Well, the World Cup accepts just 18 photos each country.
Okay, 18 photos per country.
Photos, just for country. And obviously, so you need to pass all the process in the commit, because imagine there are a lot of photographers here in Mexico. They send or they receive like 5,000 photos, and they need to decide just for 18 photos. So it's a
huge process.
It's a huge process. Yeah. So when you pass this process, now you need to pass the first, how say in English, when you have the first shoot. I mean, it's the first
step,
the first step,
process.
the first step.
See?
So the first step is in the World Cup is, okay, I receive 18 photos each country with 35 countries right now in this year. There are 6-7 categories, different categories here in the World Cup. So the World Cup organization, they need to use just 10 photos each category.
Okay, so politics, wildlife.
Exactly. Exactly. Portraits,
Portraits,
weddings, and in this case, my category was journalism. I mean, it was a huge process.
Yeah.
With all of these photos, and when they say, okay, the top 10, it's these photos.
Yeah.
So in this case, my photo was in that category, in the top 10.
In journalism.
And you are a finalist in that part.
Right.
So in the awards, the ceremony awards, it will be, you will know what is your position, and each position you have a points. So at the end, the country with more points.
Okay.
Depending of the position in your, depending of the top.
Whoever has the most points
we
moves
will
on.
know who is the country or what is the country with more points and the winner.
And so your photo was the gray whale plays with boat. Is that what it was titled? Or what do you call that photo?
Well, the photo is, we call it La Empalagosa. That's the name of the gray whale. So so we put it because it's true. It exists, that gray whale.
Okay, so it's not Ballena gris, no?
It's a great way.
Okay.
It's a great way, but the community in Adolfo López Mateo, they call it Empalagosa.
Empalagosa.
Empalagosa. Empalagosa in Mexico is like when you are giving a lot of love.
Love,
it's
lots of love.
Like sometimes you are really okay.
Stop. Enough. Yeah, enough.
So we call it empalagar.
Okay.
Empalagar when you have a girlfriend or boyfriend and it's just
too clingy.
Kiss it to you and just here and just okay, stop it. That's empalagosa.
Okay.
So and they call it empalagosa because this great way is the same with the tourists. They came to the boat and it's playing around the boat and it's just with you all the time that you are in the boat. So it's, for that reason, it's too much love.
Yeah, that's an amazing shot.
Very sweet love.
It's amazing shot. Tell me about the day you got that photo. Where was it?
Well, it was in 2019 and 2019, and I was planning this trip because we heard about this great whale in 2018.
Oh, so this particular whale.
Yes, we heard from the captains in Adolfo López Mateo. They told me I was with Richard Jackson, so to Richard
another
Jackson.
Great photographer, as long as the other Bill Phelps, you guys, and Lauren Dick. There must be
crew,
something in the water
here.
Crew, you guys are all the whole crew of photographers. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, you were.
Yeah, so in 2018 we heard about this great whale, and we was very excited because. It's amazing when somebody told me, "Hey, do you know who is the Empalagosa?" And we was like, maybe it's the name of the boat or something, And they said, "No, it's a great whale." And we call it Empalagosa because it's very, very sweet with the tourists, and he's playing around the boat, and it's just just giving love to the people inside of the boat. But the particular thing with this great whale, she liked to push playing with the tourists. She liked to push.
She liked to push the boat.
The boat.
Yeah.
Just playing with the tourists.
Gently. Just
Yeah,
playing.
yeah. And we was like, is that true? And they said, yeah, it's true. Why you don't came and take photos with this great whale? And in that time we was in the season, the whale season, it was finished. So we decided to came to the next year. We heard from these captains too, the great whale was coming during 2 years. So the last 2 years it came to Baja California through this great whale. So for that reason we decided, okay, maybe she came again the next year. So we can make a nice plan, and we can decide to go back next year into 2018. So, and that's it. So we was planning during the year.
Yeah, you had the
how
whole
we're
year to
gonna
plan how
be,
you were
and
gonna do it.
and one day we made the plan. It was, let's go to Adolfo Lopez Mateos 4 a.m. early in the morning.
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
from here from Loreto.
Yeah.
And so we left Loreto 4 a.m. We came, I think it was 6:30 a.m. in Puerto Adolfo Lopez Mateos. And we decided that time and that schedule because when you are flying the drone and you have the sun, when the sun is coming up very high, you have the reflection in the water. So sometimes
it's tough to get a shot.
Yeah, so it's not really good sometimes for the photos. So we decided to use the sun exactly in the horizon, and just with the fierce rays of light.
Yeah.
So it was funny because we find a group of coyotes in front of the dock.
Uh-huh.
And do you know these dunes, sand dunes?
In Adolfo Lopez
Mateos.
Mateos.
So
See,
in that
that's where we
place-
went to see the whales, but we didn't get to see them.
Well, it was, just imagine, it was in the morning with the fierce rays, with the light,
And there were coyotes.
and the
on
coyotes, coyotes are just playing in the sand dunes. So it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So we was very happy because we took the boat just 10 minutes ago, and we find this beautiful spot with the coyotes, and it was very nice, and we was very happy with that, very excited. So when we was taking the photos, other boat, maybe 500 meters more to the north, we heard the scream.
Yeah.
Very excited. The people was very excited, just screaming, and we was like, what is happening? And the captain, he told me, Pepe, if you're gonna take the photos from the Palagosa, it's right now or never.
Wow.
Because it's right now with
happening.
that. It's happening right now. The event with the other boat. So in that moment, I just
Launched the drone.
I was launching the drone, and I was very nervous. But when I saw the boat just in front of us, I flew the drone over the boat, and I was taking a series of photographies, just for trying to take something. So anyway, so I was watching, in the screen, and because with the drone you have the stream in real time.
Yeah, you have
what is
the
happening.
screen in front of you.
Yes. So I was watching the most beautiful event in my life. It was complicated for me because I saw just the whale behind of the boat. But
you don't get this
but
massively beautiful image. You don't
Yes,
see
exactly.
the whole. You just you get this vague image that you can direct, but you don't see
Yes,
the true
exactly.
magic of it yet, right?
Exactly. And the perspective was different because, I was flying the drone over the whale, and you cannot see how the whale is pushing the boat because you are following her.
Right.
In this perspective. So in a vertical perspective, no.
Yeah, directly above. Yeah.
But when you saw just with your eyes,
Yeah.
it was amazing how the boat is moving because the great whale
Okay,
was
so
pushing.
what you're saying is in real time you're seeing the boat moving, but you're also trying to concentrate on keeping your drone
Exactly.
in the air. And you're flying over water, so if you lose the drone, you not only lose the image,
Yes.
you lose your drone.
Yes,
So
exactly.
You talk about you were stressed.
Yeah, I was always when I fly the drone, I'm very nervous, and every time because it's it's sometimes it's complicated over the sea. So
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
for that reason, I was very very worried in that moment. But I was very nervous because I was under pressure because the captain he told me, hey, "You'll never find again." And I was like
Once
okay,
in a
okay.
lifetime shot.
So yeah, exactly. So I was flying the drone over the Great Way, and it was amazing. I take this series of photos, and it was spectacular how was when it's happening. I saw in the screen how the Great Way just coming down and coming up next side to the boat, and she was playing with the tourists. The tourist it was touching her,
Yeah, patting the whale.
And after that, just go to the deeper
and disappeared.
and disappear.
Amazing.
And I never saw that again. That event, it was maybe 40 seconds. I mean, it was very fast.
When you get home, because you don't see the image there because you're in the boat, and even if you look in the boat, you're getting daylight affecting the screen. You're not seeing the actual quality of the image. Are you nervous the whole way home, or
No.
did you know? Did you know you had the shot?
No.
No.
I was very happy because I was with the stress. So I decided to turn off the drone and turn off everything and just take my camera and okay, still taking photos with the coyotes. I need to recognize, maybe I was thinking, I think I have one photo, a nice photo. I think so. But I was just in my mind. So when we decided to come back to here to Loreto, so I came to the computer, and the first thing that I do it was just take my SD card, and came to the computer. And when I saw the photos, it was spectacular that I was watching in my screen, and I was watching what is the best shot. So when I find the third photo, it was spectacular how the way it was.
The third photo
The third photo,
you took was the one
it was,
that we see now.
That was the one. So I was very excited. I was happy because you make a plan for a year and you got the photo. So it was very, 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 I don't know how to say, it was very satisfied, maybe.
That's what I was I didn't want to add a word for you, but I can't imagine, because there are people that have been shooting for 30, 40 years that haven't had that picture, and I don't even know the quote, but it's where preparation meets luck is opportunity, or something like that, right? So you prepared, and then the universe gives you this moment and you got it.
Yes. When I was in Tehuacan, somebody told me, maybe you have the opportunity because you was very lucky. And I say, yes, I was very lucky, but I was very lucky out there.
Yeah.
Because maybe the universe conspire for
Absolutely.
for this one. But if you not take the trip, 4 a.m., and came to the boat, and just go to the boat and planning to a year.
You were lucky.
You were
lucky.
And maybe
quotes,
yes,
but you put yourself in the position.
Yeah, and maybe yes, we was very lucky, but we was very lucky out there, because it was all the plan just to go,
But if you look at the greatest photos in history, couldn't you say everyone was lucky? Because it's a moment in time, right? It's just a moment in time. Whether it's a rocket launch, whether it's anything that you've taken, an eagle landing, whatever, it's a moment in time. And if you're there to capture it, you can call that luck, or you can call it an instinct, or you can call it, like your talent.
I call it planning. Preparation. Yeah, because it's just that. I mean, if you don't have a nice plan, always I say the best plan is that the plan that you are doing always.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if the plan is fair. It doesn't matter if you cannot finish the plan, but you need to execute the plan always.
And just the
Always.
fact that you're doing it.
Exactly. And
It's the process.
it's the process. And
It's
just
not the
waiting
end.
for the next, you know?
Yeah. And you
Just
had,
that.
I think, this is just my interpretation, but because you spent time planning, you were rewarded with that shot. Because there are 100 other photographers that didn't go out there that day in the boat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
And
that-
it's not easy.
And they sit
Came
there
here.
and think, oh, I wish I was there. I wish I took that shot. But you were there and you put yourself there. And that's, you wrote something that, and I want to quote it. It was on your Facebook page. And I think it's really powerful. So are you okay if I read it?
Yeah.
It says, I'm a Mexican photographer. I believe in life and she has given me everything, but she has given it to me out there, which is exactly what you said.
Exactly.
Out where it causes us so afraid to arrive. Nothing was given to me here on this living room sofa, which aims to show you how strong the attachment to your comfort can be. The sofa that has as a pretext to maintain your safety and avoid going through anxieties and fears. Is it otherwise to say that I do not mean this couch as a physical space, if not to that psychological concept that is always the perfect excuse not to do, not to risk, not to grow, and sometimes lastly, not to live?
Not to live, sometimes.
That's exactly what you're talking about, and that
Exactly.
is extremely powerful. Like that could have been the entire interview right there. I could have just read that one paragraph, but then we wouldn't have an opportunity to drink coffee and get to the.
No. Just, I mean, it's the truth. Sometimes.
But isn't that true with everything? Like whether you're a photographer or a baker
Yeah.
or a dancer or a musician, it's not going to happen on your couch.
Exactly.
You have to put your ass out there in the
Exactly.
world
And go
get
for it,
judged
yes.
and get criticized and then
Exactly.
experience the jubilation that you got from taking that shot.
Yeah, I think it's the best way for find a nice moment, for find satisfaction. I mean, it's just go out there. I mean, you know, it's very easy for us just waiting in the house for something, but if you never risk out there, you never find something. So
Yeah, if you never risk it, you
yeah.
never find.
The best way is that.
Yes.
Is that one. So I like it. I like too much when I make a plan and I go with all my friends, you know,
Yeah.
with this photographer's crew and go and try. Maybe in the plan it's not a sophisticated plan, but it's a simple plan, and you can find all of things out there, you know.
Yeah.
So
It's
basically,
all out there.
it's all of that. Just go outside. For us, the photographers, is just go outside and take the photos. For this next month, for example, we have a plan. We will try to take the Milky Way with behind of the pylon on the Purísima, you know, with the
yeah.
water and so it's just a plan. Just go and just trying to find the shoot that you have in your mind.
In your head. So for those listening, Pilon is the mountain here in Loreto, and you were talking about shooting the Milky Way with a silhouette of Pilon and the water behind it.
The water
Mar.
behind. That's my image right now here in my head. So
Pilon is one of my favorite places in the world.
Yeah,
There's
it's
something that
amazing.
draws me to that mountain. I ride my bike every Sunday up to San Javier because that mountain, there's just something about that whole entire road. But so I'm going to try this next question in Spanish. You know, are there days when you still feel uncertain about your work, like after reaching the mountain, right? Your best photo in the world. You know, hay días en los que todavía te sientes insegura hacer tu trabajo.
always.
Seriously.
You're never. Well, in my case, I don't know how to say, but it's always. I just watching, you know, in the social networks, in magazines, in whatever you want, photos of these different professional photographers, you know, and always I say to myself, I need to be much better than this one because this guy is very nice, he's very good. So when you say that, you are making a back step.
Yes.
And always
Comparing yourself
comparing
to
to
someone else.
yourself. Yes. So for me, every day when I saw different photos in the social network with different photographers. Always I say I need to be much better because I think it's not a really nice word that I have, So yes, every day. But that's nice, and that's work for me because
Motivation.
yeah, motivation. You need to go inspiration.
Yeah.
Just go and try it again, and try it again, and try it again, and find different things. But the only thing with this question, Chris, is when I have this stress in my head about these photos, I need to be much better than these guys. Every time when I go to take photos, I go just because it's for me.
I do.
I need to do this, but just for me, for other people. So if I like the photo, the sunset photo, the gray whale, or whatever, if it is a nice photo for me, if I like it, I'm done with that,
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the center, right? Is you have to, all we have is the work. All we can do is the work. And so if you're not happy with it, then that's your judge, right? The comparison trap. I talk about that in the very first episode of this podcast. The reason I didn't start a podcast was because there are over 1 million podcasts out there in the universe. When I read that statistic, I said, why am I gonna start a show?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
if you start to compare yourself, you never do anything, as you say, out there. You never go out there. But as the photographer that you've become, you're that guy now that somebody is looking in a magazine
Yeah.
and saying, I need to be that guy. Have you thought about that? Somewhere in the world, some kid is looking at your photograph, possibly right now on your Instagram while we're talking. They're looking at your photograph of that gray whale.
Yeah, I think about it, and a lot of time, but I didn't know exactly it is happening. But I'm sure maybe it's happening. And
I mean, you can't get caught up on that, right? You can't sit around and think how great you are. None of us want to sit around and toot our own horns and tell us how great we are. But as a different perspective, just from someone at the end of the table here telling you that your photo, you're selected as one of the greatest photos in the world this year. So
maybe you're right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Maybe you're right because when I was in my town, one guy, young guy, he came to me and he told me, "Hey, are you the guy with the photo with the gray whale?" And I told him, "Yes, I am." Oh man, please give me your sign.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Just bring me.
He asked you for
I am
your
very
autograph?
happy. Yes, and I was very surprised because it was I understand when I put all my all my achievements in my social networks, and sometimes my friends, friend of mine, they came, "Hey, congratulations, man."
Yeah.
But when you find
A complete stranger.
a completely strange guy came to you and say, "You are this guy. You are the photographer," and I was very excited, because one guy that I never saw in my life
Exactly.
just came to me and he told me, "Hey, thank you so much, and I am your fan,"
Yeah.
And I was very happy because I mean, I was just without words, because I was just completely in shock. So yes, you're right. Maybe there are people that are seeing right now
And being inspired by your work.
and be inspired from my work.
Yeah,
So maybe
that's a beautiful thing.
And I would like to have that idea here, and I hope so. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But with this guy, it was a surprise. So,
That's cool.
So maybe yes. If we go back to your question, yes. Every day I feel like I need to be much better. But I'm doing this for me, and if I like it, I'm still doing it. I mean,
That's all that matters.
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters is what you
That's
think
the
of
most
it.
important, yes.
Because if you love it, the chances are
Exactly.
your standards are so high that others are
Sure,
going to resonate
yes.
with it. And then there's that work that you do that you love that people don't resonate with. And that's just part of it.
Yes.
That's just part of it. So what are you working on now that excites you?
Still working, still planning.
Yeah.
Still everything.
Planning that shot with Pilon.
Yes, we have. I would like. Yes, I have in my mind I was thinking something with the moon and with the waves. I would like to put the moon with a tailway over the sea.
The whale tail.
And the moon the background moon. It was gonna be amazing, but I'm still working on that and go with the crew and take photos.
Because you make films and you're a filmmaker as well, videographer and stuff. So this is you're just keeping it rolling right now.
Yes, exactly. Just keeping rolling, keeping working. I mean, it's the most important.
Yeah.
You will, if you stop right now, you disappear.
Yeah.
Just that, because the photographers, we are very visual curious. So if we don't make more and more and more and more and more, you will disappear. So for that reason, I'm trying to, to stay here in this digital world.
The digital content creation world where it's every day.
Exactly.
Every day.
For that reason, we're still working on that. So I mean, you cannot stop it.
Right.
Not in this world right now.
Yeah. Where is the best place for people to find your work? Instagram or Facebook?
Okay. Well, I have a different social network. The main social network is Instagram. You can find me like a Cheires. 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 So it's more easy for the people just finding Instagram. Right now, Instagram is like at the top,
Yeah.
On Facebook, I have a private account, but there's I have another one. Is Joseph Cheires. So you can find me there on Facebook.
And then you're at kdronefilm.com.
kdronefilm.com is my website. So if you want to know something about my work,
or get in touch with you for
exactly.
Cool. First, I want to say thank you for your time, but I want to end with a little bit more from that piece that you posted on Facebook. You cool with that? If I share that too? It was from the continuation of.
Sure, whatever you want. You take your time, Chris. You're amazing with this project. I mean, thank you so much to you because it's perfect. I mean, I never thought that you have all this production here. So congrats for that. I mean,
thanks,
I like it, and I'm enjoying the talk. So
me too.
Yeah,
me too, brother.
You take your time. Don't worry for the time. We have time, and the most important is that we are the owners without time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's a nice project, and congrats for this.
Oh man, well I'm thrilled that you took the time to sit down with me because I was really excited about talking to you about just other things, your process and when you reach the pinnacle of having a photo picked for the best in the world, the validation that it gives you, because a lot of artists work and work and work, and sometimes they just only work for themselves, which is fine, because at the end of the day, it's all, like you said, about pleasing ourselves with our work. But to have the validation that you have for this photo that was recognized the world over as one of the greatest photos, I think that's amazing. And I'm glad that you too, in a modest way, as modest as we can be, say that you recognize the quality of that photo. That makes me happy. And I think you're inspiring a lot of people. A lot of people.
Thank you.
I think with the photos, all of the photos the Team Mexico did were astonishing. And I think it's an inspiration just to see what can be done on a global level. Mm-hmm. And so thank you again. And I want to end with this paragraph, which I absolutely love. It's a continuation of the paragraph I read earlier, but out there is where the magic is. Out there is where you connect, where you find yourself, where the satisfaction is, where we're not stuck. Go out there, and once you're out there, as the song would say, look around, listen to yourself, and repeat. Welcome wherever you are. I was proud to represent and honor Mexico in the World Cup of Photography, a cup that had to visit Mexican lands, not as headquarters, but as recognition and a symbol of triumph, talent, quality, and teamwork. Being a World Cup champion has an exceptional power which comes from your perseverance, your hard day to day, which also comes from accepting your defeats, from being idealistic, and above all, an exceptional power to be a dreamer. Powerful
you made
stuff.
Me shine.
Yes. Cosas poderosas.
Cosas poderosas, like a powerful thing.
Powerful things. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
is there a word for stuff? No.
Yeah. Well, no. Not too much. Not too much. But I mean, when I was writing this text,
To me, that's a love letter to the universe saying thank you for
for everything.
rewarding me for putting my fears out there. You agree?
Yes, I agree. And when I was reading this text, these lines, I was very excited because I didn't know completely how I was feeling, because I was thinking I am right now in this beautiful passion that started like a hobby, the photography. Now I am the world champion, and I was thinking, I can't believe it. It's just something incredible, because I never do it for that. When I started with the photos, I never started because I was thinking I would like to be the championship, or I would like to be a famous photographer or something. No, never. I started the photo just because I like it, because it was a passion, It was a nice escape from my stress, or for whatever you want, So, and when I was writing this, I was saying thank you so much to the universe, because it was perfect for me. All of these things that are happening right now. So, I'm very, very, very satisfied with this. I'm very proud for my Mexican team.
Yeah.
Because we was a team. So I'm very happy with all my family that was supporting to me all these years.
Yeah.
Everything, it was a perfect team,
Yeah, excellent.
So,
Gracias, amigo, por tu tiempo.
no, thank you to you for inviting me in this nice project. I'm very proud for you.
Gracias.
And thank you so much for doing this for the people that sometimes we don't know, but sometimes we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about this is very comfortable, peaceful, talking, just talking about this and
making a connection.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
El gusto es mío. The pleasure was all mine. Thank you, brother.
But you never talk in Spanish, so
I un poco.
Un poco.
A poco. No?
Okay, for other people that you don't know, maybe next time we will go with Chris to the sea and we will try to record the sounds, the whale sound. So
So that's a teaser.
So
we'll maybe get in a boat and go out and record some. We'll go out and take drones and take their mobile recording gear and get some whale sounds.
I promise to you, we will go to the outside, out there.
Phenomenal. Yeah. That would be off the
And we will
charts.
record, this whale sound. So the microphone is coming, so just waiting for that.
Fish tacos? Tacos
fish
de pescado?
Tacos? Just fish tacos?
Sí.
I don't like too much the ceviche, but the fish tacos, yes.
Fish tacos, sí. Pescado. Tacos de pescado
Tacos
con
de pescado,
cervezas.
con tu cerveza. I promise you.
Un poco trabajo.
Un poco trabajo.
A little bit of work.
Así se trabaja, así trabajamos los dueños de nuestro tiempo.
Excelente. Okay. Gracias.
Gracias, amigo. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you like what you hear, jump over to themindunset.com and get on the email list. Follow us on your favorite podcast app and on Instagram at The Mind Unset Podcast. Next week, episode 9, it's a solo episode. This one put me through the ringer. Do you remember the movie Ghostbusters? The famous Choose Your Destroyer scene? Where the guys are on the rooftop towards the end, told by a supernatural voice that their thoughts will decide what form the destroyer comes in? Bill Murray's character is screaming, "Don't think! Nobody think!" And almost immediately, the ominous voice says, "The choice has been made." Everyone's yelling, they're confused. The camera pans to Dan Aykroyd as he says, "I couldn't help myself." The form of destruction? A 100-foot-tall Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Well, my Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is this, episode 9. There's a lot to unpack in that one, so come back next week, and until that time, be nice, do good stuff.